evening to all. So, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers of ASAP for giving me this opportunity. In this session, we will discuss the last part of fifth module of the subject Engineering Graphics. Conversion of pictorial views into orthographic views. So, engineering graphics is the language of engineers and scientists, irrespective of the branch. All students should be able to identify the concept of engineering graphics. So, today we have to study the conversion of pictorial views into orthographic views. So, for that, first we can go through certain drawings classifications. First one, drawings is a graphical representation. The fact about drawings, if compared with written description, drawings offer far better idea about the shape, size, and appearance. Any object or situation had to be inquired a lesser number of times. Hence, it has become the best media of communication, not only in engineering, but in almost all fields of life. So, some of the classifications of drawings. First one is natural drawings. It is related with landscape, scenery, etc. These are the examples. Similarly, geographical drawings, then botanical drawings, plant, flowers, etc. Then zoological drawings, certain features, creatures, animals, etc. Then portraits, then engineering drawings. So these are some of the types of drawings, and for these types we have to study engineering drawings. So there also we can classify engineering drawings into two types. First one is building related drawings, and the second one is machine component drawings. All these deals with various branches of engineering, and altogether we can say we can classify these engineering drawings into orthographic projections and isometric or perspective projections. So, in the last part of the last module, we have to study the conversion of pictorial views into orthographic views. So, for that, first we have to study the terms involved in orthographic projections. Orthographic projection is a technical drawing. It's a technical drawing in which different views of an object are projected on different reference planes, observing perpendicular to respective reference. Different reference planes are first one is horizontal plane, SP is the notation, and vertical plane, VP is the notation, and then side view plane or profile plane, PP is the notation. And different views we can classify, say front view or top view, side view. Front view is a view projected on the vertical plane, and top view is a view projected on the horizontal plane, and side view is a view projected on the profile plane. Important terms of orthographic projections are different planes, then pattern of planes and pattern of views, then methods of drawing orthographic projections. So first we have to study different planes. Principal planes. See, horizontal plane and the vertical plane we called principal planes. Vertical plane we can define in such a way that it's a plane parallel to the direction of acceleration due to gravity. And horizontal plane we can define in such a way that it is perpendicular to vertical plane. And VP and SP are the notations. Then different auxiliary planes also comes into picture. So first one is axillary vertical plane, and here you can see the here you can see this one is vertical plane, this one is horizontal plane. Okay, and axillary vertical plane means it is a plane inclined to vertical plane. So that's why it is called axillary vertical plane. But it is perpendicular to horizontal plane. It is perpendicular to horizontal plane. So please identify the axillary vertical plane. Different axillary planes we have to study. First one is axillary vertical plane, which is perpendicular to horizontal plane and inclined to vertical plane. Similarly, axillary inclined plane, another plane, another axillary inclined plane. There also you have to consider the horizontal plane and vertical plane, and axillary inclined plane is another plane perpendicular to vertical plane and inclined to horizontal plane. See the difference. In the case of axillary vertical plane, here vertical plane, the plane is inclined to vertical plane, and for axillary inclined plane, the plane is inclined to horizontal plane. That's the difference. So both are perpendicular to the respective other planes. Similarly, for the case of profile plane, we are considering for drawing side view. So the profile plane is a plane perpendicular to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. Please identify the differences: axillary vertical plane, axillary inclined plane, and the profile plane. Considering left profile plane, you can see the left side view of the object. Similarly, considering right profile plane, you can see the right profile plane. Similarly, pattern of planes. See here, you can see these three planes altogether. So the green surface represents the profile plane, and horizontal plane represents the blue color, and another green color represents vertical plane. So both are all the planes are here we combine, and the rotational planes also very important. You might have studied in the projection of uh, lines and solids, rotational planes. See here, the line of intersection considering horizontal plane and vertical plane. See here, this blue plane represents the horizontal plane, and the green plane represents the vertical plane. Okay, so the line of intersection of this horizontal plane and vertical plane we call the XY line. For drawing the projection of any object, first we have to draw the XY line. So that you can see here. Here you can see. So this is your XY line. Okay. So considering XY line, first you have to consider the elevation. You can, because which is an image seen on the vertical plane. We are looking in this forward direction. See different planes and XY line. XY line represents XY line, which is a plane line perpendicular, is the line of intersection of horizontal plane and vertical plane. We called XY line. So first we have to draw XY line, then consider the elevation and draw the elevation first, which is drawn on the vertical plane itself. So here I plotted the elevation of the object, or we call it front view of the object, and you have to notate each and every corner of this object. Say A, B, C, and D. Elevation you have to denote in the notation, say A dash, B dash, C dash, and D dash. So similarly, the top view of this object, top view of the object also you have to represent here by drawing projection of these points, projection of these points in the horizontal plane, which is below XY line. We can plot the plan, or we called top view. Then you have to draw the profile plane first. See, we are looking in this direction. We are looking in this way. Looking from the left side of the object, image is obtained on the right side of the object. So left side view you have to draw in the right side of the object. Similarly, for drawing the right side view, you have to consider a profile plane here. Then you can extend this XY line, then line of intersection of XY line, draw a 45-degree inclined line. Then you have to project these points, say the plan points. From these plan points, you have to draw horizontal line. So that will meet the 45-degree inclined line at this point. So there you have to draw vertical line. Okay. Similarly, all the points. See, from the elevation points also, you have to draw the horizontal lines. You have to draw the horizontal lines. Meeting points will be the required points. And if A is the point, in the elevation you have to denote A dash as the elevation, and in the plan you have to denote small letter A. So A dash, small A dash represents elevation, small a represents plan or top view of your object, then A double dash is the notation for uh, uh, locating the point, side view point, A double dash. Similarly, here for drawing left side view, we are looking in this direction, you have to consider a right profile plane. This is a right profile plane. So from the meeting point of right profile plane and XY lane, draw a 45-degree inclined line, and from the plan point, draw horizontal line and vertical line. Similarly, from the elevation point, draw horizontal line, meeting point will be the required point. Similarly, you have to draw all the points. So all the points, all the plan points, you have to project in this fashion, and elevation points, meeting point will be the required uh, left side view. So both the views of the object, both the side views you can plot in this fashion. So here you can see the front view, top view, and left side view. Then method of drawing orthographic projections. See, only two methods of drawing orthographic projections: first angle method and third angle method. First angle method means the object is in the first quadrant, and third angle projection method means the object is in the third quadrant. And its notation, a symbolic representation of both methods with an object standing on horizontal plane. You first imagine a cone. A cone is standing on the horizontal plane, and the bottom half of the cone. So that we call the frustum of a cone. So that is the general notation. So in drawing sheets, you can see the method or notation of first angle and third angle. So if a drawing contains this symbol, this uh, see in this figure, the bottom portion. See this portion, this part we called it the frustum of a cone. That is the bottom portion of a cone. So first you have to draw XY line, then draw the frustum of a cone. That means you have to draw the elevation. Then you have to project these points and draw the plan. So this figure itself acting as a symbolic representation of first angle projection method. Similarly, If the object is in the third quadrant, the elevation, the elevation will be below x value. In this figure, you can see in this figure xy line. First, you have to draw xy line, then the custom of a cone. So that you have to draw in the bottom side, because in the third quadrant, always the object is in the below portion of xy line. And if the object is in the first quadrant, elevation means the front view. Front view will be above xy line. And the top view means the image is on the horizontal plane, but this horizontal plane is rotated through 90 degree in the clockwise direction. That is why the image is in the bottom portion. That is for the first angle method. Similarly, for the third angle projection method, the object is in the third quadrant. That means the elevation or the front view you can see below xy line, and the top view you can see in the horizontal plane, but the horizontal plane is rotated through 90 degree in the clockwise direction. That means the plan is above x value. So these differences you might have understood clearly. So simply we can say the first angle projection elevation is above xy line and plan is below xy line. And for the third angle projection, the elevation is below xy line and plan is above xy line. So in detail, you can see the first angle projection method. Here, the object, a rectangular prism, you can consider, and the direction of vision, say for front view. See this direction. Always in a 3D object, the direction of arrow will indicate the direction of front view. So by looking in this direction, you can see only this blue surface. So that part you have to draw in the vertical plane. So while drawing projections, first you have to draw xy line. Xy line here you can see, which is the line of intersection of horizontal plane and vertical plane. See, here you can see xy line. So here the front view will be of this fashion and the top view will be of this fashion. And left side view also we can draw. See, looking from the top arrow will indicate the direction of plan, so that you can see in the horizontal plane. Here the green surface is the horizontal plane. And the other arrow, side view, for S view, you can see the side view direction. That is the yellow surface. So the yellow surface represents the profile plane. And here you have to consider the right profile plane. So in the right profile plane, you can draw the left side. So that's a method of drawing first angle projection. Similarly, for the case of third angle projection, so there also, just now we discussed the elevation is below xy line and plan is above xy line. So here see the ground surface, then you can see the horizontal plane, and there you can see the vertical plane also. Okay, the line of intersection is going to oppose. See, now the object is in the third quadrant. That's why it is representing like that. So the front view that you can see in the vertical plane. So the blue rectangle represents the front view, and looking to the top, the green surface that represents the top view. But this horizontal plane is always rotated to 90 degree in the and clockwise direction. So that's why the plant is above X level. But considering the profile plane, the side view of this object, that also we can plot in this fashion. But the direction of rotation will be along the vertical plane. See here. So this represents the top view, and this represents the front view, and the side view you can rotate in this fashion. So that's the side of your elevation. You can see the side view. So that's the difference between first angle projection method and the third angle projection. Then orthographic projections, machine elements, object is observed in three directions. Direction should be normal to the respective planes, and now project three different views on those planes. These views are front view, top view, and side view. See, front view, or we called elevation, is a view projected on the vertical plane, and top view, or we called plan, is a view projected on the horizontal plane, and side view is a view projected on the profile plane. See, for drawing left side view, you have to consider the right profile plane, and for drawing right side view, you have to consider left profile plane. So we are always following. We have to follow only first angle projection. Same thing repeating. Next slide. This is another object. Just before that, just say I have to go to other slide. Other side. See here the different types of projections. You can see multi-view projection, axonometric projection, or in other words, we called isometric projection. And for the case of multi-view projection, visual rays parallel to each other and perpendicular to the plane. There, the line of sight or observer is at infinity. So that is for the case of orthographic projection, you have to occur. But in the case of isometric projection, or we call axonometric projection, there the line of sight or observer is also infinity, but the plane is slightly inclined, 30-degree inclined. Similarly, in the case of oblique projection, visual rays, these are the visual rays, then the plane of projection, then line of sight of observer here is also infinity, but the plane of projection, visual rays parallel to each other and oblique to planes. Different planes are of oblique shape. Similarly, the other case of other type of perspective projection. So this is actually these are the four types of projections. It's a general classification. Axonometric projection means it's an isometric projection. Similarly, for the case of perspective projection, there the observer is at a finite distance from the object. Here you can see the object, but the picture plane. Here an observer is looking from a station point, and the image is you can see in the picture plane, but the object is placed far from this picture plane. That's the difference of considering perspective projection. So multi-view projection is a view of an object, or is a photograph enough to describe an object. A number of views systematically arranged. Perspective projection. There the force is at a definite distance. So see, in the case of orthographic view, formed by projecting from the object a projection plane with parallel projectors that are perpendicular to the projection plane. See, here you can see the object and the frontal plane. Frontal plane means which we call the vertical plane, and the ground or the horizontal plane. Here, see this object. This object is placed here, and the elevation or front view of this object you can see in the frontal plane. So that view we call orthographic view. So there the source is at an infinite distance. Source means our station point. So that is for the case of orthographic projection. Then the other views you have to account is 6 standard views. Say left side view, right side view, front view, then top view, rear view, and bottom view. These are the 6 standard views you have to account. Here you can see 6 principal views of an object. Different planes you can see. The frontal plane, or we call the vertical plane, then the horizontal plane, then the bottom plane, side view plane, etc. See, consider this object. Here you can consider this as a cube and the object is placed inside this cube. All the cube surfaces you can assume as different planes, and you can see different view. See the frontal view, that is the elevation part. Elevation of this object you can see in the front view. Similarly, left side view, similarly right side view, then the top view, then the rear view. So all these 6 standard views of an object can be drawn in orthographic projection. Imagine that the object is in a glass box with the views projected onto its 6 planes. Another drawing, orthographic projection, say is a system of projecting views onto an imaginary glass box with parallel projectors to the 3 mutually perpendicular projection planes. Okay. So here the principal projection planes are horizontal plane, vertical plane, and the profile plane. You can see the difference in images of the object. See the front view. You can see the surface. See the front surface only you can see in the elevation, and here the inclined surface, that also you can see in the elevation. So that is of rectangular nature, and here another surface, and all the other surfaces, say top surface, side surface, are not visible in the front view. Then consider the top view. So looking from the top, you can see the top surface. This top surface is visible, and the side surface is not visible. So there is a partition. So this front, the top surfaces, say 1, 2, and the 3 surfaces that you can see in the top view. Similarly, considering the right side view, so there also you can see, considering the right side view, the side view surfaces. Say this surface is visible here, and the side view, this surface also visible. So this surface represents this rectangle, and the inclined surface, looking in the right direction, you can see this part only. This gets shorter. The inclined surface gets shorter because of the right side. Then you can see this L shape. So that is plotted here in the right side. So all the three views, please understand. So orthography, in the case of orthographic drawing or orthographic view, means all the elevation, plan, and side view altogether we call orthographic view. Suppose you want to draw an orthographic view of a particular object. First, you have to consider the arrow marked in that particular direction. So that arrow direction represents the front view direction. So based on that arrow, draw XY line first, then draw the elevation, then corresponding plan, then you have to consider the profile plane and plot the profile picture. So similarly, the same object, say different views you can see here. Front view of this object. Say this surface is visible, and here this surface is not visible. That's why one line came here. So this part is over. This surface is also visible. The other surfaces are not visible. So that's why the front view will be looking like this. Similarly, right side, looking from the right, you can see this surface, and this surface. Only three surfaces you can see in the right side. That you have to prove. So all these plots you have to draw based on XY line. See, in any object you can see. Suppose you want to draw orthographic view of this particular object. So you can first imagine the object is kept inside a cubicle, a glass box, and the different views on the planes that you can see: front view, side view, and top view. Top view means looking from the top, you will get the top view. Similarly, another object, say the top view of this object, that you have to plot in this pattern. And side view, say side view of this object, looking from the side of this object, you can see line of sight is shown here. So looking in this direction, you can see this face. So this rectangle represents this face, but this hole you have to represent. So this hole you have to represent by means of this dotted line. And here a chain in line is used for drawing the central line, center of this circular portion. So the hidden surface also you can plot by using this hidden line. So this line we call the hidden line, dotted line, dash line, that we call the dotted line, hidden lines. And the center line we call it dash dot, chain thin line. So these are the different views of the object. See, in the case of first angle projection, see, draw the case of elevation, plan, and side view. See, this rectangle represents the front view. Here represents the front view. Say, first you have to draw XY line. This horizontal line represents XY line. Then draw the front view of this object. Then project these points and complete the plan. Then you have to consider a profile plane here. Here they considered left profile plane. So that's why they mark left profile plane. You have to draw the right side view of the object. That's why left profile plane they consider. So draw XY line, then the elevation, draw the plan, then the profile plane. Right profile plane will meet XY line at a particular point. Here you have to draw a 45-degree inclined line. 45-degree inclined line. And corresponding points in the elevation and plan you have to mark. See, please identify the lines. See, all lines, all the points in the elevation you have to draw from all the points in the elevation points you have to draw horizontal lines, and from the points in the plan points you have to draw horizontal lines. But the horizontal lines will meet the 45-degree inclined line at a particular point. There you have to draw vertical lines. Meeting point will be the required points. If suppose A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash represents the elevation of an object, then plan will be A, B, C, D. Always small letter you have to use. And for representing right side view, you have to denote A double dash, B double dash, C double dash, D double dash. See another object, an L-shaped object placed here. Here you consider horizontal plane and vertical plane. The object is kept inside this box. The front view direction you can see. Front view direction. This is the front view direction. Considering front view of the object, you have to draw the elevation. See, looking from the front side of the object, you can see this face. This rectangular face. The other face is not visible. Then the other face, front face points. So only this this front face, this point and this point, sorry, this plane and this plane you can see. That is why they plotted here. So this figure represents the elevation. Similarly, the top view, looking from the top of the object, you can see the top view. This surface is visible. Similarly, this surface is visible. All the other surfaces are not visible. So this diagram represents the plan. See, in this figure you can see. See, first you have to draw the front view or elevation. See, consider the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 12. Different points. You have to but elevation point should be 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 11 dash, 12 dash. That you have to correct. Okay? Elevation point, front view points. And the corresponding plan points. See, these are the elevation points. This you have to denote 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, etc. 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, etc. So similarly, corresponding points you have to plot in the plan also. So from the dimension of the object, we can draw the plan of the object and mark all the points. Then you have to draw. Then you have to draw the right profile plane for drawing right side view of the object. So this right profile plane, say Mn, which will meet xy at a particular point. And from this point, say point P, draw a 45-degree inclined line. Then from the plan points, say consider the point 10. Say consider the point 10. From the point 10, draw a horizontal line, which will meet 45-degree inclined line at a particular point 10 dash. Then there you have to draw vertical lines. Meeting point will be the required point. Similarly, you consider the point 3 in the plan. Say that is the bottommost point. So this point you can see. So from the point 3, draw a horizontal line which will meet 45-degree inclined line at a particular point. There you have to draw a vertical line and consider the elevation point. Say here, this is your point 3. So while marking the points, you have to mark all the points in the elevation correctly. See, starting from elevation, you have to mark the order of points. Then corresponding points you have to mark in the plan. Then the meeting point. See, from the plan points, draw horizontal lines, and from the elevation points, again draw horizontal lines. Meeting point will be the required points. See here, 3 point. Consider the point 3. Draw horizontal line and the vertical line. Vertical line. Here you will get a point. So which is the meeting point? 3 dash from the elevation. So that point you have to denote 3 double dash. Similarly, all the side view points you have to denote with double dash. Say point 1 means 1 double dash you are denote. Similarly 5 double dash, 9 double dash, 11 double dash, 7 double dash, etc. So that represents the left side view of the object. So similarly in all the other so these three views altogether we called orthographic projection or orthographic view of the object. So in all the side views, you have to draw the profile plane also. You take certain distance from the object. You keep certain distance from the object. Or depending upon the problem, you have to draw the profile plane and for the corresponding side view also. Be careful about marking the points. Marking of points is very, very important. All the points you have to mark starting from the elevation. Say, first you have to draw the elevation, then you have to mark the points in the elevation, then draw the plan, then draw the side view. All these points are corresponding points. So these three views altogether we called orthographic projection. So our interest is conversion of pictorial views into orthographic views. See, in all the exercise problems, you can see the side view also there. The profile plane is not drawn in my figures. It is there. See another object.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Hello?
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
Interactive time.
Sir, we have 15 minutes more, and we have some questions from students. Shall we answer some of these questions?
Is it for 20 minutes time? 20 minutes complete?
Not really, sir. Actually, it was a continuous session, so I didn't intervene in the middle. The total session has 15 minutes more.
Only 15 minutes remaining. Okay.
Yes, sir, we can extend it up to 20 minutes because we have to start the next session after that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have some questions from students. I will ask some of them.
Yeah.
Sir, one question from Mr. Anish, a student. In some types of questions, no data about the distances from front and top views are given. In such cases, can we take any arbitrary distance from HP and VP?
Yeah, definitely. That depends upon the problem. If in the problem data is available, you take that distance. Otherwise, you have to assume, not mingling the images with the XY line or whatever may be. You have to draw neat figures with no confusion. Okay?
Okay,
Any other question?
I think Anish should be clear with that. Okay, so another one question is that, so what is the minimum distance needed between front view and top view, or the front view and side view? Is there anything like that?
There are also in some problems they will give the distances from the profile plane. Profile plane distances sometimes they will give. Otherwise, we have to ask you.
Okay, so it was a question from Anthony Joy. I think Anthony will be okay with that.
You take suitable distance.
Okay, sir.
But drawing profile plane is a must. See, in most of the university examinations, I can see the orthographic projections with no XY line and no profile plane. See, in my figure also, in the first figure, it is very clear. In this figure. So, this is the way of drawing orthographic projection.
Okay, sir. Another question from Anthony is that, is this necessary to mark numbers in all the objects?
Numbers in all the objects, numbering is required for drawing the exact figure of the object. See, for plotting the points, the visible points and invisible points, we have to plot. So that's why proper numbering is required. See, in the elevation itself, we are not able to see all the points. But we have to assume.
Okay, sir. That were the questions asked from the students. ചില കുട്ടികൾ ചില ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ചില സെഷൻസ് ഒന്നുകൂടെ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാമോ, അവരുടെ കണക്ഷൻ വിട്ടുപോയി, ഓഡിയോ കേട്ടില്ല എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് ചില ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവരോട് പറയാനുള്ളത്, this recorded video, the recorded video of this session will be available in our YouTube channel, ASAP Kerala YouTube channel. You can see the session once again there. You can repeat the session as much as you want. So നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ സെഷൻസ് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മൾ സമയം അതിൽ സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനലിൽ ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ കാണാൻ പറ്റും. Sir, you may carry on with your class. We have at least 20 minutes now. We can extend up to 20 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, next figure. In this figure, you can see the surfaces. Say this surface. Only these surfaces are you can see in the front view. Only these surfaces you can see in the elevation or front view. Why? Because this is the direction of front view. That's why they put X. So depends upon this arrow, you have to fix the elevation. So in this figure, you can see only these surfaces. All the other surfaces are not visible. See, in the case of elevation, I have plotted. So this figure represents the elevation, and you can mark all the points in the elevation also. Then you have to consider here on XY line is also there. Okay, XY line is also required. Then corresponding plan you have to plot. So from looking from the top of the object, you can see these surfaces. This surface, another rectangular surface, then this inclined surface, and the groove. The side surfaces are not visible. So all these surfaces you can plot in the plan. Please see. And the hidden lines. Hidden line also you can plot. Visible edges. Hidden lines means invisible edges. That also you can plot. So this hidden line represents this portion. See, in the elevation part, you can in the elevation bottom of the elevation you can see this part. So corresponding to this part, you have to plot the plan, the hidden lines. Similarly, looking from the right side of the object, first you have to draw a right profile plane, left profile plane, then draw 45-degree inclined line. Then looking from the right side of the object, you can see this face, and this face, and the bottom face, the side face. So that faces you can see here. And these two dotted line represents the inner surfaces. Say this point and this point. So that's all about orthographic projection of the figure. Another figure you see here also they put one arrow. So based on this arrow, you have to draw the elevation. So first you draw XY line, then you consider the surface. This is an L-shaped object. So this L surface we can see. The other surfaces are not visible in the front view. And here this part, this surface also you can see in the front view. You see the figure. So this part, this figure represents the elevation. So corresponding plan, looking from the top, you can see the surface. See the top surface. So here you can see this surface and the inner surface, then the outer surface, the top face, then this face also you can see. Looking to the top of the object. So that you have to draw here. So all these lines are connecting. These connecting lines we call the projector lines. Say this dotted line is corresponding to this dotted line is corresponding to this area, this surface. Similarly, this dotted line corresponds to this edge. This is the inner edge in the case of elevation. That's why which is dotted. Similarly, looking from the right side of the object, you have to plot the right side view. So right side view you have to plot in the left side of the object. So that also you can see. So looking from the right side of the object, we are looking in this direction. You can see this face, say this front, this face, the other front face, and the bottom face. Only that much we can see. See that L shape. This these three rectangles we can see. The hidden lines also you have to notate. Then another problem. These are all different major problems you can expect in university examinations. See, these are 3D pictorial views. See, here also you have to draw the elevation based on the direction of arrow. See the front face surface. These three surfaces you can see, and this inclined surface also you can see. See. So this figure represents the elevation. This figure represents the plan. This figure represents the left side view. See, for drawing left side view, here you have to draw profile plane, right profile plane. You have to draw right profile plane, then draw 45 degree incline line, then draw horizontal lines from the plan and vertical lines from the 45 degree incline lines. You have to plot the side view also. See, another surface also you can see. So this is a machine part, different circles you can see. See the arrows represent the direction of elevation. So considering the front view, this part, only this part you can see. This front face you can see, and the this surface also, this curved surface also you can see. Up to this portion you can see. All dimensions are marked in this figure. Here, this portion will have a cylindrical hole. That also you have to represent in the elevation by means of a dotted line. And the center of the circle also you have to notate by means of drawing central line. Dash, dot, dash. Similarly, the other two circles are they fixed in the bottom portion. So here also you can see the circle. So these two circles are also you have to draw in the elevation. See the elevation. See. So this figure itself we call the elevation. So here you can see it is the central line. This represents central line, dash dot line. And another line is hidden line. Hidden line you can see. Here also hidden line with central line. So this part we call the elevation or we call the front view. Then looking from the top, you can see the surface. This top face surface that you have to represent in this. While looking into pictorial surface. Okay, this surface. Looking from the top, looking in this direction, you can see this surface, top surface only. There are the circular hole you can denote by means of dotted line. But these circles are visible. The small circle and the other small circles are visible. That you have to notate. The other surfaces are rectangular surface. And the bottom surface will have a slot. So this edge also you have to notate by means of dotted line. See, by means of dotted line, there, notate. The circles also you can see. So this line represents the central line. These two lines represents the central line. This line is dotted line. So the hidden lines and visible edges you can notate. Similarly, consider the side view also. Here you can plot the right side view. So for plotting right side view, you have to consider a left profile plane. Then draw a 45-degree inclined line. Then from these points draw horizontal lines, meeting points, horizontal again vertical lines. Meeting point will be the required point. Side view. In the side view also, you can show this hidden surface. Say this surface is represented like this, not a line. And these circular holes are also noted in this fashion. They are coinciding. That's why it is notated like that. And the center hole also you can see. That's a visible hole. So a thick surface you can draw. So again, you consider another example. See here also the front view direction is very important. Direction of arrows. Okay, direction of arrow is important. So based on this arrow, we can plot the front view. You have to identify the front view surfaces first. See the this surface. This part is visible in the front view, and this part is also visible in the front view. So only this much, these two surfaces we can see in the front view. So this figure represents the front view of the object. Similarly, looking from the top, you can see the green surface. This surface, only this green surface you can see in the top view. So that you have to plot in this fashion. Similarly, another looking from the side view, say looking from the left side of the object, you have to draw the left side view. See only this L portion and the green portions. This dark green portions you can plot in the side. See the figure. XY line, then draw front view. You have to mark all the points in the elevation, then draw the corresponding plan, then draw the side view. So these three views altogether we called orthographic projection of the object. Then another pictorial presentation. See here the direction of based on the direction of arrow. See this is the front view direction. See by looking in that direction you can see only the blue surfaces. So that you have to draw first. So first you have to draw XY line. Then by knowing the dimension of the object, you have to draw the elevation and mark all the points in the elevation. Visible points you have to identify. Then looking from the top, you consider the top view. Looking from the top, see the top view, top surface, green surface you can see. The bottom surface, say here the bottom surface is not visible. That's why this hidden line. Therefore, so hidden lines represents the dotted line. Similarly, for drawing side view, say here also, see looking from the left side of the object, you can see the left side view. And this portion here we have an invisible surface. That's why here they put hidden line. And here also we have another invisible edge. So that surface also you have to denote by means of dotted line. See the case of orthographic projection of this object. See, while drawing in your examination, you have to draw only the XY line, then front view, then plan and side view. The three-dimensional figure is not required. That is very important. And drawing profile planes is also very important. See, front view you have to mark with small letter A dash, top view with small letter A, and side view with small letter A double dash. So that's a standard notation for drawing orthographic planes. Say similarly the other figure. See the front view direction. We can see the front face. Blue surface. You can see. The front face. So that you have to plot in the elevation part. And in the top view, the corresponding plan. Here the dotted lines represents the hidden edges. See here in this figure, the bottom of the surface we will have a slot. So that surface is represented by this dotted line. Similarly, this edge also represented by this dotted line. It is not continuous because here that surface is not continuous. So all these surfaces first you have to identify, then plot. That's a method of drawing orthographic projections. Okay, XY elevation. See the elevation, or we call the front view. Then draw the plan. Then you have to draw the profile plane. Then plot the side view. Plot the side view. So that completes our orthographic version. The visible edges also you have to thicken. Another figure. See the front view direction. If you from the top, you can see the face. Only this face and these colored faces you can see, and this face also you can see. While by looking in the top view, see this front view. Front view will be of this fashion. Please identify the surfaces. Similarly, looking from the top, you can see the plan. Then the side view. Looking from the left side of the object, you have to draw the right side of elevation. See elevation. All dimensions you have to mark. Dimensions also important for your examination going to. See, at least one dimension should be specified for each drawing. See, in your dimension, based on your dimension, we will get a clear picture of the object. So that's a way of a dimension. We want to know the dimension of all the sides of the object. So in this way,
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. നമുക്ക് ഈ സെഷന്റെ കണ്ടിന്യൂഷൻ മറ്റൊരു സെഷൻ ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. I think it's time.
ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞു കേട്ടോ, കഴിഞ്ഞു.
ആണോ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ സർ.
ഇത് കുറച്ച് ഫിഗേഴ്സേ ഉള്ളൂ.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. എക്സാമ്പിൾസ്
should be able to another say different figures available in the textbook also. You have to plot. Different figures. This slide, I think this slide we can share.
ഓക്കെ സർ. ഒന്ന് രണ്ട് ചോദ്യങ്ങളോട് കുട്ടികൾ ചോദിച്ച് നമുക്കൊന്ന് കൺക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത് സർ.
Yeah.
Sir, is it necessary to draw the left side view in the right side of our paper? Is it really necessary?
Yeah. Because we follow first angle projection. So that's why we draw elevation above XY line and plan below XY line. And based upon the side, left side you have to draw in the right side of the object. And right side view you have to draw in the left side of the object.
Okay, sir. Another one is the front view will be always given in the question.
No. front view, in some problems, they may not mention even arrow also. So in that case, you have to assume one arrow, and based on that arrow, draw the elevation, plan, and side. That's all.
So which view we should start drawing first? Front view, top view, or second view?
Yeah, better to draw front view, because front view direction may be specified in the question. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, I think we can conclude now.
Yeah.
Dear
I would like
participants,
to
for
thank.
joining.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sir, please.
I say from my side, I have to. So in this section, see, by concluding this, finally, I would like to thank my graphics teacher, Dr. K.S. Krishnan, CET, former professor in CET, and the textbook authors, P.I. Varghese sir and Dr. K.N. Anil Kumar, and Professor Gulam Jilani, NIT Calicut. Then slides from K.N. Anil Kumar is also acknowledged. Okay, thank you.